What is going on, everybody? Todd,
I'm gonna move that way.
made it through another day, my friend.
Heck yeah, we did, man. It was a good day.
Tough day.
It was a tough day, but the weather conditions got a little better.
Yep.
But maybe not so much for fishing. I mean, it was more fair weather today than yesterday.
Yeah.
For pre-fishing, but we're gonna have to see how this thing all wrapped up, and see how
it goes, man. I mean, as I said, these guys, dude. I mean, they came in, and I'm telling you, they're just absolutely worn out. You know, I mean, this is the sun. You know, lack of wind.
Right.
The bluebird skies, everything else, man. It was tough.
Yeah, I mean, today they didn't have wind.
Right.
Right. Yesterday we had wind. We had a little bit of cloud cover yesterday, and unfortunately that didn't happen for these guys. So the grind got tougher today. The bags got smaller today. The amount of fish got smaller. Amount of fish caught today.
Yeah. But we still had guys catch bags.
We did.
You know, and amazing lost opportunities today.
Today was the day of lost opportunities for sure. That is the key phrase for the day.
Yep.
We saw so many anglers live today lose fish.
Yep.
Lose key fish. Lose fish that could have won their matchup, and things went the other way because they didn't capitalize.
Yep. So anyway, listen, we got either way. We got to announce the final four winners. And they got to go back out and do it all again tomorrow and the next day. You know what I mean?
So, I mean, these guys are already somewhere around that 20-hour fishing mark.
Yep.
And tomorrow gets them into the 30. They're going to have 30 hours of fishing
It's
going into the championship. So, these guys are exhausted. They're ready to hear the results, and we're ready to do it.
Yeah. All right. Well, without further ado, we're going to announce the first matchup. We've got Eric Siddiqui and John Warchall, and this was out of the red bracket. It was more of the north bracket, right? Yep. And this was a battle.
It was a battle. It started off quite slow.
Yep.
And we were talking about missed opportunities. I know Eric missed a huge one early. Are we?
Yeah, go ahead. Yep.
Okay. And it was a rough day. I followed John Warchall around today, and he was in the juiciest looking part of the lake that I've seen. And watched him miss 4 fish today, and it was heartbreaking. It was heartbreaking to watch because I was sitting there, rooting for this guy, to do great things and to watch these fish come off that were key fish.
Yeah.
And it was sure as aggravating, and it wasn't the funnest to watch, but he did catch fish.
But did it cost him? You know what I mean?
We're gonna find
out. All right. Well. The score, and moving on to the final four with another bag is going to be Mr. Eric Siddiqui, 83 inches to John Warchall's 32 1/4 inches. These guys, listen, we talk about a game of lost opportunity. John Warchall caught a 19.75. Lost 4 big fish today.
He did.
And he could have put Siddiqui basically out.
Yeah, he could have. And then if that would have happened, Siddiqui would have been thinking about the lost opportunities that he had this morning. So, neither angler fished clean, but we had a 5 fish limit, and Siddiqui stayed consistent. His spot held up for another day. 83 inches, again, phenomenal for this lake, obviously, based off of past experiences.
Yeah.
And Siddiqui moves on to the final 4, and that paycheck keeps getting bigger and bigger.
Both these guys tied for big bass, 19.75 inches out of here. But the way that works is whoever submitted it first, it gets the big bass. And right now, John Warchall is your big bass lead at 19 3/4. That's a $600 fish right now.
Yeah, so after day 1, Warchall has that lead with the 19.75. He actually called me after he caught that fish, was ecstatic, trying to get the fish to calm down.
Yep.
I was like, man, can you get 20 out of it? He's like, no, I can't, but it got 19.75. And so far, that is big bass. That is a $600 fish sitting. And that has a bounty on its head.
It sure does.
For the next 2 days.
Well, I'm going to let Todd take over here, and we're going to bring in the competitors, and we'll be right back with the next matchup.
I'm going to see if we can get John Warchall to come on in here. We're going to have him talk about his day. and let's see how things went for John. John, how you doing, bud?
Good. How are you?
Man, it was a day of missed opportunities out there. I mean, that's what me and Greg witnessed today. Not with just you. Eric missed fish. We know that a lot of other anglers missed fish. And just tell us about your day. Tell us about the grind that it was. And just tell us, whatever you want to say, man.
It's fishing. I mean, it's fishing.
Sometimes
you catch, sometimes you don't. But I had fun. It was a good day. Got a lot. I mean, I hooked more fish today, which is I wanted to do that first. Found some areas I really like.
Mm-hmm.
Found some areas that are holding big fish.
Yes.
I wish one of those would have hit the net.
Yeah.
I didn't care about all 5. The one I wish that would have hit the net.
Yeah.
But it's going to be a grind the rest of the weekend. It's changing every day. The water's getting warmer. They're moving, and they're moving pretty big distances from where they were.
Right.
It'll be interesting to see how it all pans out. I'm excited.
I mean, it is what it is, but I mean, to miss out on the fish and then know that you had the opportunity with Eric's, lower bag, not 83 inches. It's pretty good it's good for this lake.
Yeah.
But you had the opportunity to be there at 83 as well.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, you're not going to advance to the Final Four, but you do have an opportunity to fish for those 3 spots for 5th, 6th, and 7th, which is a couple of $100 fluctuation on payouts.
Yep.
And you'll be fishing your butt off the next 2 days to keep,
Big bass.
to keep that big bass and
want that big bass check.
yeah, and to also get that bigger paycheck and take home that 5th place trophy, which is the best that you'd be able to qualify for.
Yep.
So, John, man, it was awesome having you. I mean, you get to be here for 2 more days, and go out there and fish your butt off, man.
Will do.
Good job.
Thanks.
All right, man. All right, Eric, we're going to have Eric Siddiqui come on in here, talk about his day. He is got 2 bags over 83 inches. Eric Siddiqui putting it together again. How does it feel to move on to the Final Four?
Man, it feels great.
Yeah.
I was sweating it today. It was a grind.
Yeah.
That bite changed, and I lost a good fish early, and it's hard to shake that sometimes. So I kept thinking about it, all day. And I felt like I needed 5. I felt like I'd probably, with the quality fish I had, I'd be good if I, just got 5. But it was a grind. I ended up getting that last, little 12 3/4 incher with 10 minutes to go.
Right.
So it was a grind all day. Wasn't easy.
I mean, you knew that you were going up against one of the better anglers that are in this house. And, between you and John, I kind of felt like the one that came out of this bracket had maybe the road to get to the championship and could possibly win this thing. I felt like the favorite was coming out of this matchup. Some other guys are struggling. Some guys have not caught but maybe 1 fish so far. And you're back-to-back 5 fish limits. Do you have it in your spot again to do that in the Final Four?
No, there's only one way to find out. But I was able to expand on it a little bit today and find a couple areas and a couple things.
Right.
I was able to catch fish in different ways, than I was able to the day before. So yeah, I mean, there's fish there.
Right.
It's not easy, but yeah. Like I said, those Florida guys are lucky we were going against each other because I know John can fish. So
yeah, for sure. And man, Eric, dude, congratulations on moving on to the Final Four. The paycheck just got bigger. The opportunity for $10,000 just became a little bit more real. How's that weighing on you? No words.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. I mean, I'm not gonna give it up easy, so I'm gonna go for it. We'll see what happens.
Well, missed opportunities did happen, but you're able to capitalize and get them 5 fish.
Yep.
You don't got to dwell on that anymore. Now tomorrow's a new day.
Yep.
You go out for 10 more hours, and we're about to see who you're going to face.
Yep.
So congratulations again.
Thank you.
We'll see you in the Final Four.
All
Greg?
Right. Yeah. Thanks.
Good job, man. The screen out.
All right. Well, Eric Siddiqui's one step closer. He's not not unknown. He knows what's going on. So it's a great job by him, man. Dude, listen, let's be real, okay? This lake is tough. And again, we keep on getting asked, why the hell would you choose this lake? You know what I mean? It's going around. We understand, okay? We want a grind, okay? Again, like we explained, we wanted a grind. And we wanted the cream to rise to the top, okay? And I'm gonna sit here and tell you, man. I mean, the guys I think that have been out there fishing nationally in different areas and different parts of the country had the advantage, you know. And Eric's one of those guys, you know, put together two 5 fish limits on this lake. You know, I mean, look, man, you just got to give him a round of applause for that, man. You know?
Oh, you do. I mean, and I think that you're kind of seeing, you know, KVT, we got that mixed bag of online guys versus live guys and things like that. And I think that throughout this results show, you're going to see a pattern here.
Yeah.
You know, we're going to have to see the next matchup, who Eric Siddiqui is going to face between Adam Patrone and Shad Schaefer out of Kansas. So,
this one was, man, look, Adam yesterday wound up catching a limit as well.
He did.
Right? You know, he caught actually more than a limit yesterday.
Yeah, he was in the 70s, called multiple times. Had a lot of smaller fish, but was able to put it together. He was able to figure them out. And today he went out, and it was a grind, like we say.
Yep.
And, you know, we're going to see if he was able to find fish today, because today was a different day than yesterday.
Way different. And Shad came in, you know, struggled in practice, you know, basically struggled, you know, trying to find fish. Right. He did miss 3 fish during practice, but he fished a completely different body of water today, you know, and he was just, I think he traveled like, I don't know, 9-10 miles or something like this. Is what he said.
I think both of these guys did.
Yeah, I mean, trying to find the bite. And but moving on again, this was a complete utter grinder. Moving on is going to be Adam Patrone with 1 fish, dude. One fish beat. Wind up taking it out. Now you
straight killing it.
Yeah, you know all about that, right? Moving on with 1 fish, 1-0.
Hey, I've done it.
You're the king of
times.
that. Yeah, you're the king of that.
Hey, but you know what? When you're in this head-to-head matchup, all you got to do is beat the guy.
You got to beat the guy in front of you. That's
when you catch 1 fish and the other guy don't catch one, guess what? You win.
Yep.
So it doesn't matter how you won. This guy's going to the Final Four, Adam Patrone. And tomorrow's a new day. Tomorrow I might catch 10 fish. Tomorrow I might catch a 100-inch bag. Who knows?
Yep.
But Adam Patrone moves on, and that's the storyline of this matchup.
Yep.
Shad Schaefer, we'd like to get him over here and talk to him. He doesn't want to talk.
Yeah. All right, we'll get Adam over.
Adam, come on over here and talk about your day, man. And we'll talk with Adam. And
all right.
Not much to talk about. It was 12-inch day.
12-inch day. Man, but let's talk about the good part. You're in the Final Four.
Yeah.
You came here to advance.
Yep.
You came here to advance. You advanced. Maybe not with the greatest sense of pride moving on with the bag that you had, but you are moving on.
I'm moving
You
on.
did beat the angler across from you.
I was shocked, actually, to hear
And
my
you get
name,
to face Eric Siddiqui tomorrow.
Yep.
Is that intimidating in any way with the way that he's been fishing? Or do you think it's a level playing field? You're just going to go out and battle it out tomorrow?
We're all fishing against real foot right now.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter. So
Step up a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, we're all fishing real foot.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's you versus the lake right now, really.
pretty much.
You know, and that's a good way to look at it.
Then
you
I'm
know,
going to go to New Water and
Yeah.
just kind of roll the dice tomorrow.
Awesome.
See if I can't find bigger fish. Or
Yeah,
at
I
least
mean,
fish.
Now, you know, you covered a lot of water. You're kind of like looking for new areas today. We saw you live kind of making big moves and things like that. You said your trolling motor battery ran
I
out.
ran out of everything pretty much.
So, you know, you're covering a whole bunch of water, but you're able to catch that fish that got you through. And, you know, the opportunity to move on to the Final Four. And what would $10,000 mean, you know, for Adam Patrone?
Of course, it could be awesome.
Yeah, it would be. Well, Adam, man, you did what you needed to do, and it's as simple as that.
Yeah.
That's the storyline of the day.
12-inch fish. Never thought that would get you in the top 4. So, but
It got you into the Final Four. You're going against Eric Siddiqui tomorrow. 10 hours of grinding.
again,
Go out there and put them up, bud.
sounds good.
All right, man. Have a good one. All right, guys. That was Adam Patrone. Adam Patrone out of Louisiana, Fort Polk, Louisiana, going against Eric Siddiqui out of Cincinnati, Ohio. That will be your matchup on the left side of the bracket to go to the
Eric
championship.
versus Adam.
That is,
It's gonna be a good matchup.
it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, good matchup.
I think that's in my mind. That's kind of the way I thought it was going to go down. Two of your more national level guys there, if you're paying attention to,
Yeah,
Adam Patron in the KBF DZ, the 10 house last year, now in the Elite 8 house here for KBBT.
correct.
Eric Siddiqui with all the accolades that he's obviously got. And those two guys are hammers. And just because Adam only caught one today, guys, do not count him out because he's going to find fish tomorrow.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. I mean, it's he caught fish. He caught fish with in pre-practice. I think he caught like 10 or 12.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, he was on fish today.
Mhm.
His whole bite completely changed, and,
Yeah.
and it I think it kind of made him a little panicky. You know what I mean?
Of course.
But again, it's just
when you have one fish, you have
advance and survive. I mean, that's all you can do. You know what I
Right.
mean? And that's what he did. And so he's got another opportunity tomorrow to try to put that puzzle piece again together. And he's got a very tough matchup with Eric, and we're just going to find out.
Yeah.
Now, this was a very interesting matchup. The next matchup was Conrad Benetti and Jim Louvier. I got a chance to follow Conrad this morning, and I saw him miss a fish, and it just didn't bother. It didn't fluster him. I was like, man, I hope that doesn't cost you or anything like that. But I mean, I didn't want that to kind of insinuate his day.
Right.
Lo and behold, it was nothing but his day.
Mm.
He missed 9 bass today.
Mhm.
Missed 9 bass,
Yeah.
and we're gonna let him tell the story.
Is he available?
Yeah, but Jim and Conrad.
Yeah.
I mean, talk about struggle fest. These boys struggled. In fact, they had to go to sudden death the first 10 minutes. But moving on to the next round, by catching a fish after sudden death in the first 10 minutes, is Jim Louvier. Jim is moving on. He beat Conrad by catching that one fish after sudden death in the first 10 minutes, and he put together that winning fish. Again, that one fish did it to beat Conrad. Conrad, again, he'll tell you the story, man. It's just, I mean, two guys like this, together like this, on this lake, and having to have it struggle like that, man, it's tough. And to lose like that.
It is tough, and it sucks because Conrad's not a guy that's not going to catch fish. This lake's rough lake, and there's nothing against his fishing abilities whatsoever. The dude's proved himself in Florida, out of Florida. Just Conrad's a good fisherman.
Yep.
And just because he lost today doesn't mean anything. Conrad deserves his spot in this house, and he's
Yep.
And it just unfortunately just didn't work out for him. But Conrad, you want to come talk to me for a minute?
Let's talk about your day, bro.
Rough day, man. Rough day. But you know what? Let's look at the positives. You got here. You made it to the Elite 8 house. One of the top 8 out of 64 in the country. You had to qualify to get in this bracket. There was no gimmies.
No.
So you're one of the top 8. I mean, you've won a championship before. You've done very well. Just Reelfoot just kind of got you a little flustered, and you figured it out. You just couldn't land the fish.
That's what hurts, man. Is knowing what I found.
Yeah.
Just hoping that maybe if I can get by,
Right.
could actually make some noise in this thing now.
Yeah.
But wasn't able to capitalize, and it's part of the game. You got to capitalize, man. And I didn't.
Yeah.
I had major opportunities and totally blew it.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds like you maybe blew up a rod today, lost a
Blew up a reel, lost a paddle, lost my net. I was using my net as a paddle, which then got wrapped up in cypress trees. And,
Yeah.
So it was a tough day, but no excuses, man. I had opportunities.
Yeah.
I was glad that I figured out the piece of the puzzle.
Yeah.
Wasn't lost.
Yeah. And there is some silver lining to this.
Right.
You do get to move on and continue fishing
Right.
to get as high as 5th place in this bracket.
Right.
So your paycheck can still go up from here,
Yeah, oh,
from
yeah.
what
Oh,
you're
yeah.
at, and you still get to go out there and conquer the beast.
Yeah.
You get the opportunity to do that, and even though you lost, man, dude, you freaking earned your spot, and
No
we
doubt.
enjoyed having you.
Appreciate
And you're still here. You ain't going nowhere. You
No,
just
no, I'm
you
here.
just don't get to
I'm
go to
here.
the Final Four.
That's it.
But man,
I'll get to root and good group of guys that are in it.
yeah, man.
So it'll be good.
Hey, all the way from Stuart, Florida, guys. Conrad Benetti. Good luck, man.
Yeah, man.
All right,
Thank
man.
you. Be good.
See ya. Jim, come up here, man. Keep your head up, man. Keep your head up, man. You did it. You caught the fish that you needed, man. All you got to do in this bracket style is beat the guy across from you.
That's
Told
right.
Adam Patron the same thing. You were able to do it. You figured something out maybe at the end of the day. Maybe that carries over and gives you momentum in the Final Four. Where's your confidence level at, kind of figuring things out? And tell us about that. Tell us about moving forward to the good.
So there is no confidence level. I lied to you if I said there was.
Okay.
But I'm not going to lie to you. I mean, I caught some fish today. They were dinks, right? I mean, I would normally not even put a 12.5-inch fish on a measuring board. I caught an 8 3/4. You have no idea how happy I was. You could ask Starley over there. I had a smile, probably wrapped 4 wraps around my head.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just to catch a fish after 15 hours on this lake and not catching a fish, to finally catch a fish.
Yeah.
And then time ran out. I knew that Conrad hadn't caught a fish within 2 hours or whenever y'all turned off the leaderboard.
Yep. At 3
right?
p.m.
So
local. Yep.
I said it might be going in overtime. I said I just got to fish overtime, sudden debt, if just in case.
Yep.
And I was coming out of a cut, and there was a little bitty old cut, and I had caught another fish in the cut. And I said, let me just go in there and first cast in the cut. I caught the 12 and what it was, 12.5.
12 and a half.
12.25,
Yeah, 12 and a quarter. Yep.
And
But it was big enough, and
it
that's
was
what
big
counts.
enough, right? So I measured it, took a picture, and called Mark and said, well, if it goes to sudden debt's over.
Yeah.
So, I mean, look, I made the Final Four.
You
All
did.
right?
And then you can't take
I
anything
can't
away from
take
that.
any away from that, right?
Nope.
So tomorrow, I get one more chance to try to figure this beast out.
You do. And
So-
we're going to get to figure out who you go against here in a minute. But you came out of, let's talk about your road, just a tad bit. I mean, let's look at the good here. You came out of arguably the toughest part of the bracket, the white.
Yep.
Absolutely grind. I think there were how many national champions were in that, Greg? Four?
Four.
There were
Four
four
national
previous
champions.
KBBT national champs.
That's right.
And you made it through, and you
Yeah.
get to represent the white bracket.
That's right. And I think if you went back and looked at the picks, I was probably picked to lose more than I was picked to win.
And you
Right.
kind of
And
like the
so,
underdog role. It
I
kind
like
of
the underdog.
it fires you up.
It motivates
If-
me. And so if I'm an underdog again tomorrow, that just so much the better.
Hey,
I love to fish.
Of course.
I live to fish. If you go look at my Tourney X,
Mhm.
my background on Tourney X, I get it written as I'm an addict. I'm a fishing addict. and you know what? I really believe that if you want to stop being an addict, you have to do two things. You have to admit you're an addict, and you have to want to stop. I admit I'm an addict, and I don't want to stop.
so fishing is your drug,
Fishing is my passion. I
hey,
love it. All right. And this just makes it all the more better.
Yeah.
Well,
we've enjoyed having you so far. Awesome cooking, by the way, tonight.
Oh, no problem.
Venison chili tonight. Tomorrow's what?
Tomorrow's crawfish etouffee, but I may have to turn that duty over to my buddy over there in the kitchen.
Oh, Brad Case.
To get Brad Case to make it, because if I got to fish for score tomorrow, I may not be home early enough to cook it. If I had lost today, y'all would have had some really good etouffee. But
So the house suffers because Jim moves
no,
on.
you know what? Let me tell you, I've watched Brad in the kitchen. And
He does well.
I have every bit of confidence that Brad will do just as good a job as me.
Yep.
I'll turn the ingredients over to him and say, if you get a chance, just get everything going. And so you guys are going to eat good again tomorrow. Don't worry about
Well,
it.
we appreciate it. The cooking has been great. The food's been great. And hanging out with you's been great. It really has. We're excited to have you out of Texas. Come up here, making it to the Final Four. That
Yeah.
paycheck got a little bit bigger,
Yep.
and that chance for $10,000 is still alive.
Yep.
Well, congratulations on
All right,
making it
man.
through. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
All right.
All right, Greg. We know the next matchup, guys. You want to talk about how this went down?
Yeah, so the matchup is going to be obviously Jim Louvier and John Fox. John Fox moves on. We had this obviously situation. This tournament couldn't have started any worse. You know what I mean?
It seemed like maybe it wasn't supposed to happen.
It was, look, man. Again, I can't express this enough. Our thoughts and prayers are with Lindsay and Sherman.
Mhm.
Lindsay was rushed again, flown to Orlando to have basically she was bleeding in her brain after the procedures that she was doing. I mean, just this has been an unusual tournament just from the get-go.
Right.
For not having Sherman here. Well, John Fox obviously moves on by default. He's going to be facing Jim, but I'll be the first one to say John Fox didn't want this to happen. To get to the Final Four, he wanted to compete for
of
this.
course.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's driving him crazy because he's been now basically having to pre-fish and fish throughout this entire time. But now he gets to
No competition.
no competition. Now it's competition time for him. But again, Sherman, we love you to death, my friend. We're here for you, man. We have a huge kayak family that is just willing and praying for you, my friend.
Yep.
But it's going to be Jim versus John. It's Texas versus Florida. I mean, here we go. And it's going to be Ohio versus Louisiana, or now New York.
Yeah.
I mean, so it's a pretty diverse bracket now.
It's a very diverse bracket. You have all cuts. You have the West, basically Texas.
Yeah.
You have the South in Florida and Louisiana, and then you have Ohio. And Ohio prevails through again, showing that great anglers come from the state. And Eric Siddiqui gets to represent, and he's got to be the favorite going forward.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. I have to tell you though, man. Here's the deal: Conrad missing 9 fish is unheard of. Like he called me.
It's horrible.
He called me and he was like, "Greg, you'll never believe this." I mean, he missed 9 fish and all this stuff happened to him. I mean, that's unlike him, man, to fish like that.
Yeah.
John Wartraw not fishing clean cost him. You know what I mean?
Siddiqui did not fish clean.
No, Siddiqui didn't fish clean. I mean, it was a day of lost opportunity.
But here's something that's kind of happened, and Jim's not going to say it, but there's something about the story with Jim and the way that he kind of maybe put it together here at the end.
Yeah.
He's very dangerous.
Yeah, he's
moving
very
forward.
dangerous.
Even with only the 1 fish in overtime.
Yep.
He's going to be very dangerous versus John Fox. We want to get John over here and let him talk about his matchup versus Jim.
We certainly will. But yeah, I mean, man, it's again, it was a day. It was a frustrating day for us because watching this happen and all these fish being not caught. You know what I mean? But it was just that kind of day. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. It was just that kind of day.
We gave them all the coverage and everything. It's just only really 2 people kind of conquered the lake a little bit.
Yep.
And John Warchaw and Eric Siddiqui. So we're gonna have to see how tomorrow goes. And I got a feeling that it's gonna stay rough.
Yep.
But we're gonna have to see who advances to the championship.
Well, like we talked about, we got guys now. We got Eric Siddiqui and even John Warchaw. The 2 biggest bags today.
Mm-hmm.
Both nationally, recognizable guys. Fish national events, live events a lot.
Yep.
And then you have Adam Trone there as well. I mean, again,
National.
look. I mean, the deal is this: let the cream rise to the top, right?
Yep.
I have to tell you, man.
I feel like
the Final Four that we've got. I mean, it's
it was unfortunate Warchaw had to go home.
Yeah.
Because I think that he's right there with Siddiqui.
Yeah.
And it's just an unfortunate way that they had to meet up with each other. But you have your opponents, and it is what it is.
Yep,
but
exactly. John,
we're gonna get John Fox in here. Let him talk about how he plans to try to conquer Jim Livier tomorrow. John,
What's going on, brother?
you finally get to compete.
I'm telling you, man, this is like, I am so bored. I am so done with just, I've pre-fished and pre-fished and pre-fished. I'm ready to put something on the board. I'm ready to try to send somebody home.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, you watched Jim, for 2 days, and you know what you've been doing on the water. But I think maybe at the end of the day there, he was able to put a little something together. I think that he's got a little momentum going into tomorrow, getting through, even though it was an overtime. I feel like, there's got a little momentum rolling behind him because we haven't got to see what you can do yet.
I can promise you there won't be no overtime.
Okay. Well, you want to just talk some smack? Go ahead. I'm going to sit down real quick.
Oh, no, it's all right. I'm just.
No, man. Confidence is key.
I
know that.
am so confident right now. I
Yep.
mean, I fished an area today. I mean, I caught a 14 1/4 like at 4:02 or something like that.
Okay.
And I'm not.
That would have been overtime.
Well, I was pre-fishing.
I know. I'm kidding.
Kind of, sort of.
I'm just giving you a hard time.
But I went down to the south end of the lake and I covered a lot of water.
Okay.
I mean, most of the time I was on my trolling motor just looking.
Right.
looking at the water, looking at the cover, looking for coves or like a marina or
Yep.
just something that was a little bit different,
Right.
than all the cypress trees.
Yeah.
So,
And there are a couple areas on the lake where you can find that. And if
Mhm.
if you found that, then you might be on the right spot.
I know where they're at, and I mean, I caught 4 my first day of practice.
Yeah.
I had 4.
Yep.
So I know where they're at. Now it's getting into the boat.
Yeah. Now it's showtime tomorrow. I mean, you get 10 hours on the water versus Jim, and we're gonna have to see how that unfolds. But congratulations on getting here.
Thank you.
And man, you got a big following back home in Florida that's rooting you on, and probably in Indiana as well.
Oh,
and
yeah.
all over the place. So we want to wish you the best of luck. We're going to get to see you tomorrow. We'll probably get coverage on you. And man, we just wish you the best of luck.
Thank you very much,
All
brother.
right, see you, buddy. Get Greg back in here and close this thing up.
All right, yeah. So that's it. I mean, we have Siddiqui versus Adam, and we've got Jim versus John. That's going to be our final 4 and tomorrow, and we get to do it again 10 hours.
Yep.
And again, then we'll have the championship on Sunday. So, guys, that's it for tonight. We want to wrap this up, but we'll post the winners as well in the bracket and all that good stuff tonight. And then again, keep your thoughts and prayers with Sherman and his wife. He really, really needs them. I talked to him today, and man, we're here for him. But anyway, guys, that's it here from the 8 House. We see you tomorrow. Take care.
See you, everybody.